Okay. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. So inshallah we'll begin. نحمد ونصلي على رسول الكريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. This is a beautiful, beautiful month coming in front of us, and we know this month as with what name? Can you all tell me the name? What's coming up?
Ramadan.
Ramadan, Alhamdulillah. So it's time to get ready for Ramadan with the mercy and blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us few minutes before we depart today and be able to sit today, inshallah, and reflect on how can we make it a better Ramadan for us from last year. So we begin with the dua. Allahumma inni as'aluka ilman nafi'a wa rizqan tayyiba wa amalan mutaqabbala. Oh Allah, I ask you for knowledge which is beneficial. It's not like an overload. It's a knowledge which takes me to the next level, and sustenance which is pure, a rizq. Anything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given me becomes pure, and deeds which are acceptable. So let us begin with what is going to be Ramadan for us. So I want you to make this mind map in front of yourself, okay? And think about it. This Ramadan, my R should be that I need to race to revive. And revive what? Revive my Iman, revive my Islam, revive the sunnahs of the Prophet ﷺ. Even little things, even if it's like smiling at each other, that's a sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. My actions should be according to Quran and Sunnah, not based on assumptions. And this is the month of mercy. So inshallah, I am going to control my tongue as much as possible and stay anger free. Be a source of mercy for others. And inshallah, this Ramadan, my A will remind me to do awesome fasting deeds with patience and gratitude. And the D will remind me to load myself up with du'as. And a dua wal ibadah. Dua is worship. So I will try my best to surround myself from dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and du'as from dawn to dusk, and being mindful that everything is multiplied by 70 or more in this month. So I need to go for this, amplifying my rewards. If I used to pray alone, it's time to start thinking praying in jama'ah, because that's going to amplify your deeds. If I used to do something, a good deed by myself, it's time to include others as well and share the ajr and inspire others as well. And last but not the least, my eventual goal would be the nearness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So you can put it in so many creative ways, and you can put this in your rooms. I hope you can all make a Ramadan journal for yourself. All right. And I want you to write at least 10 things that you would like to do this Ramadan. 10 things. Start from your basics or start from your most biggest aspirations. But then after writing this 10, take a highlighter, take another color, and pinpoint 3 that you really, really will stick to. Okay, and then identify the topmost one, which is going to be the most important to you, that yes, this is going to be there. Now, the beauty of that is that even if you make the intention right now, and even if you wrote something and you made an intention, let's say you said that, oh, you know what, I'm going to recite the entire Quran during this Ramadan, inshallah, and I will divide it into smart goals and maybe do 1 juz every day. And even that juz, the 20 pages, you divide them from your Fajr, Zohar, Asr, and Maghrib and Isha. Let's say 2 pages in Fajr, and then in my Zohar, I'll do 4 pages, and in my Asr, I'll do 4 pages. Then in my Maghrib, I will do 4 pages, and then I'll do in Isha my 4 pages. That's like 18 pages there. And then in Taraweeh, I can do some more recitation and I'll accomplish my 1 juz on a daily basis. So let's say you made that intention, and someday you are very tired, or you're unable to do it, or you became sick, you still get rewarded for your intentions. So nothing will happen if you don't make an intention. So let's remind ourselves that Ramadan is coming, which is a great month. It's a month of Quran, it's a month of mercy. And if we used to do things which were just affecting our own self, like I increased my tilawa, I increased my salah, I increased my patience, let's think of things that we can do for our community. Let's think of things that we can do for each other. Maybe I'm fixing my own sahur, I can help make a plate for a sibling. I can set the table up for the family. So how can I start looking looking and turning myself that I truly qualify to be as khair for the nas, right? So Rasul told us that whoever is going to be beneficial to people, he is the one who is going to stay. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us beneficial people for others. All right. And there are many ideas that you can even type. You can even, anybody would like to, like, but I would encourage each one of you that you can type even at least one thing that's coming to your mind, that this is something that I will do in Ramadan, so that it gets amplified and it turns into an amazing good deed in the light of Quran and Sunnah. So go ahead and type your ideas. What is something on your mind? And then when you type it, I want you to think about what is something that is just for myself. This thing is just for myself, and how about doing something for others as well, right? So even right now, you can make Ramadan baskets. You can share the love and expression with everybody. Are you able to hear me? Then type 5 that yes, we are hearing and we are ready to share one goal. One Ramadan goal. So if you are listening to this, you can take a pause even and write it down. Excellent. Giving sadaqah every day, right? Sometimes you may not find anything to give out, then at least a smile. But this is a great start. You can start giving out, even if it's a little candy, even if it's a little extra food, but that's really important that we give. And memorize at least one dua and constantly say it every day. Beautiful intention. And make one deed a day chart. That is also incredible, phenomenal idea. So you got this Ramadan spirit. And the most important one is that no matter what we are doing, the intention is to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? The intention should be that it is done consistently and correctly with the right intention. Why? To seek nearness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, there are two things in life two blessings which people lose, and they are health and free time for doing good, right? So alhamdulillah, sometimes we like take some time, take a step back, use that time to think, how can I use my time wisely? Allah is giving me this day, how can I make the most use of it? Because this day could be gone, right? I exist today, but tomorrow I may be gone. And today I am healthy and I can do things. Tomorrow I can be very sick and I will not be able to do these things, right? So inshallah, before we lose these two blessings, we need to rush to do good, and in no matter what is available. And at the same time, remember the spirit of fasting, the spirit of Ramadan. And this is something so important, which often gets missed. Who can read this for us?
I can read it.
Okay, go ahead.
Fasting tongue, narrated by Abu Hurairah.
Radiallahu anhu.
Radiallahu anhu. The Prophet ﷺ said, whoever does not keep up false statements, i.e. telling lies and evil deeds and speaking bad words to others, Allah is not in need of his fasting, leaving his food and drink.
Subhanallah. Go ahead, Hadia, can you read the bottom line? During the blessed
month of Ramadan, a fasting person should pay close attention to his speech. One should be very careful of backbiting, stretching the truth, or retaliating harshly against someone. Indeed, Ramadan is not just a month of abstaining from food and drink, but rather it is a month of discipline and purification for the mind, body, and soul.
Alhamdulillah, very nice. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us realize this, that this is something so important. Ramadan is not just about abandoning food for a little while. It's not just about making all those fancy dishes and opening up, enjoying your iftar at the best. No, it's about feelings, it's about compassion, it's about knowing what's going around us, and then at the same time, like, stopping ourselves, restraining ourselves from all kind of evil deeds. So this Ramadan, let's remind ourselves, in any time if you're entering into a dispute, that ana sa'imun, I am fasting, and try your best to stay away from such situations and being more mindful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, this month is coming upon us very soon, and don't forget to see the beautiful, beautiful moon. Rasulullah sallallahu told us that إِذَا كَانَتْ أَوَّلُ لَيْلَةٍ مِّن رَمَضَانَ سُفِدَتِ الشَّيَاطِينُ وَمَرَضَتُ الْجِنِّ وَغُلِقَتْ أَبْوَابُ النَّارِ فلم يفتح منها باب وفتحت أبواب الجنة فلم يغلق منها باب ونادي مناديا يا باغي الخير أقبل ويا باغي الشر أقصر ولله أتقاء من النار وذلك في كل ليلة. Subhanallah. I really, really make dua and wish and pray and want to work towards it that my students, all of you, are able to know what Rasulullah said just by reading his beautiful words in Arabic, right? And that's really the beauty where it lies. So what is Ida? It's when that time comes, the first night of Ramadan comes, the shaitans and mischievous jinns are chained up, all locked, and the gates of the fire are closed, and none of its gates are open. Isn't that incredible? Isn't that phenomenal? Why our predecessors love to, pass away in this month? Because those are the days when this is happening. Now, gates of paradise are open and none of its gates are closed. And a caller cries out, "O seeker of good." Okay, if you have made your Ramadan journal, your diary, you guys are, in this age, many of us want to make like digital forms of it, then add these words. Take a screenshot and add these words. And what are these? These words are Ya Baghi al Khair Aqbil, right here, right? Ya Baghi al Khair Aqbil. And what does that mean? It means, oh seeker of the good, proceed. Whatever you're planning of good, proceed. And on the other hand, Ya Baghi al Shar Aqsir. Oh planner of evil, then it's time to stop and restrain from yourself from it. Now then, why the question comes, and why do people keep doing bad in this month, right? Those who are sinning, why do they keep on sinning? So I want you to visualize like a coffee cup, right? If you stir a coffee cup and you take out the spoon, what happens? What happens to the contents?
It's still spinning inside.
It's still spinning inside. And why is that?
Because it's been spinning for a long time.
Excellent, because it was spun around, so now it takes some time before it comes to a stop and everything becomes, to back to the normal. So imagine like we are being stirred by, shaitan without us realizing, and he is gone in this month, but some people still continue. Like some people used to play video games or waste time or watch useless stuff or do something bad. They still continue in this month. Why? Because even if he is gone, he is trained as well, and we continue. So it's important to realize that what's happening around us, become more mindful, and remember that this month Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala frees the necks of the people from the fire, and that happens every day. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make my neck and your neck one of those who are going to be freed, because whoever is entered into fire, then definitely it's not a good place to be. I'm going to give you a few seconds. Think about your upcoming Ramadan and think about these words. And this is so beautiful, Zaid, that being grateful and kind to others, that's also, you hear this call now that, oh, seeker of good, then proceed, right? Be kind, be grateful. Alhamdulillah. So think about all those things that you are planning. Again, going back to the 10-pointer list that you make, and then it's time to go and do action, because knowledge demands action. We can make the best of plans, but if you're not able to focus, if you're not able to be selective, if you're not able to concentrate on one thing, nothing will get happen, and we will just be like, it will be like look busy and do nothing, right? So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us all that first identify all the khair. There's so many good projects happening all around, but we can't be everywhere. With action, yes, we can make an intention that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put our share in everything, but whatever we plan on doing, we have to be selective, choose where you're going to excel, and then focus on that and put your energies on that, and then say aqbil, like proceed on that. All right. So, and at the same time, think about the time wasters, things which are making my life upside down, things which is leaving me, not living my true worth, not live my true potential, and then start crossing them out. All right. And those we have to make them stop. We have to cross that out. So it has to be decisions that needs to be made in all kind of things. If I used to be a disorganized person, my things were not organized, now it's time to move towards organization. So my time is optimized and I'm able to look at things and make use of them. So go ahead, I'm going to give you a few seconds that fill in these tabs. First, evaluate where am I standing in terms of my family, in terms of my education, in terms of all the beautiful things that I am doing. Where do you think I am standing, right? Are you still able to see my screen? Yes, the family, friends, education.
Yes, we can see the screen.
Okay, and now do you see the screen?
Yeah, we can.
You can. Okay, all right. I wanted to share one dua before I exit, or maybe you guys can look it up, the dua of even watching the moon as well. But let's focus here. Think about where do you stand in your, in your journey, in your education. Let's say you are memorizing the Quran. Let's say you are trying to go for that particular grade, trying to go for that particular level. Then where do we stand? Then in terms of health, how healthy do I feel? How energetic do I feel in my energy levels, where they are? In my community, am I just an attendee? Am I just a participant? Or am I a productive member of my community? And in terms of religion, how much do I know what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told me? There are very beautiful books about even Ramadan, very short and simple, and you can just read them. It's pretty self-explanatory. The ayahs about Ramadan are in the Quran, which are key guidelines. And in terms of friends, who do I have my friends right now? What are they inspiring me towards right now? And how can I change? If it needs change, you can adapt to it and add friends, because Rasulullah told us that a person is on the religion of his friends. So it's something that's very important. You cannot change your family, but your friends you can always change, and you can always make better decisions. So let this sink in, take pause, freeze the screen, keep it with you, go to it, but actually start writing. Unless you write, you won't realize it. Then you can always sit with your family and discuss that, is this a true representation of me? Do you think this is correct? Do you think I am doing the right thing here? And then you visualize, where do you want to be? And then decide in terms of smart goals, like how are you going to make this happen, right? And at that time, what will happen, that shaitan is definitely going to trick you that, oh, you are doing a lot, or you're not even worth it, you're worthless, you can never do it. Like sometimes you see at these wonderful good deeds done by people, you see some scholars doing phenomenal work, and the shaitan can whisper to you, oh, it's their level, you are just a simple person, you can't do these things. So remind yourself that you are beautiful, you are strong, you are worth it, and you can strive in the kingdom of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you can do it. Yes, you can read the Quran knowing the meaning without even looking at translation. How many of you think it's a doable dream? That you're reciting from your plain Musaf type 1. I can be reciting from my plain Musaf, and I can be saying the meaning, knowing the meaning at the same time. I can be on my Friday saying Alhamdulillahi alladhi anzala ala abdihi alkitaba wa lam yaj'al lahu iwaja. And I am able to understand each word as I'm reciting along, right? Which surah was this, by the way? And
Okay.
very good, excellent. What is the meaning of iwaja? Anybody knows? That you will never find in this Quran.
Like something that is, I don't know.
Okay, so that's where we want to move to our levels, right? That you're reciting and then you're understanding the meanings, and inshallah, you don't know right now, it's okay, but we can all aspire to come to that level where we understand the message of this Quran, inshallah. And yes, it means crooked, right? Anything which is wrong, and this was the message which was given to us. So let this Quran speak to us in this Ramadan. Let us reflect in it, which means contemplate, think, take some moments, just focus your eyes on that one ayah and just think, what is it talking to me, right? Yes, they went and fought the war of Uhud, they did the battle of Badr, they did all these sacrifices. Rasulullah did the migration from Makkah to Medina. But what about me? What about my life? What am I supposed to do with all this information, right? So to take time for that reflection, and then take time for this rejuvenation, right? So this reflection, this contemplation will help us know that where we need to be in terms of reorganizing and reprioritizing our life, my day and night. How am I supposed to live my day and night? And always remember that life is short, dreams are big, right? And the clock is ticking. Whether we choose choose to do something or not, the time will keep on ticking. And inshallah, the true vacation is going to be in Jannah. Innal Isha, Ishatul Akhirah. And we cannot get there just by wishful thinking. We will have to work towards it. And Ramadan is a great opportunity to revive our Iman and strategize how we can make most of it, inshallah. So how many of us think that, yes, we can make a 10 list of things that I need to do, and we can prioritize and organize and move towards that one, that identify those top 3 that I'm going to do. And inshallah, I will leave you with this reminder that innal insana lafi khusr wal asr, by time, innal insana lafi khusr, surely mankind is in loss, illa alladhina amanu wa amilu salihati wa tawasaw bil haqqi wa tawasaw bis sabr, except for those who believe, who did the righteous deeds, who reminded each other of truth, and who reminded each other of patience. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all the intentions and efforts to seek His nearness. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help you all stay happy and spread happiness with Quran and Sunnah. Jazakumullahu khairan kathira. Keep each other in your precious du'as, especially your parents. Rabbirhamhuma kama rabbayani saghira. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reunite all striving families in the highest levels of Jannah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.